beating the drum, and you in the field picking, and you know what time it is. So when Herc gave a block party inside a community room, so many people showed up that he had to move it outside to Cedar Park. And when he moved it outside to Cedar Park, 3,000 people showed up. Hip hop began to move fast. Yeah.
And it's real important to hear where the samples came from. The samples came in when you hear the Rakim sample, that's when I came in. The lyricism came into it. So in the Genesis, as Doc puts it so well, you just had the beat and people was just dancing, but it had to evolve, and that's where we're gonna go with it, where it transformed. People started laying down the rhymes to it, and then beats, it just did something to you, but you had to start putting words to it, and that's what we're gonna get into.
Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna start here. Planet Rock, the album. Africa Bambaataa. Look, he's coming down from out of a whole other planet to Earth spinning on a record.
It actually looks like a whole other dimension. If you look at it, this looks like fourth dimension coming down to Earth, and we coming down on records to invade and drop a jewel where how to get out of here. It looks like we're not even from here, and they're letting you know that we gods and we're going somewhere else with the force, the soul sonic force. And that's actually what hip hop actually does. It opens up a whole new portal, and the album covers don't lie. It's in our Akashic records, our DNA, to just display things that might have not been fully understood at the time, but they dressed the part and they wore because they knew that's who they were naturally. So if you look at it, it's like they're sending a whole new cosmic message, letting you know we're from a whole nother place.
You know what I'm saying? And Africa Bambaataa said that from the beginning. He was the first one to even get us from the hip-hop community to look beyond this dimension. Soul, sonic. Soul, that's our melanin. That's who we are. Sonic, we know, is sound, force. So he's telling you that it's a force from within. Now, I will say this. I'm pretty sure Africa Bambaataa knew that. Not everyone knew this. We're going to show you some album covers, and they're not going to be in any particular form. So we're not going to get linear with it and bring you from the 70s with the album covers on up. We're going to use them and move them around, but with the knowledge and understanding we have now, we're going to show you, even in our hood attitude, we still were spiritual people. All right? We understand that beyond anything else, we are spirits having a human experience.
Some things are just ahead of their time.
Exactly.
The albums don't necessarily go in order. Some things just came at a time where it was too advanced. Rakim was too advanced. A lot of people weren't ready. People are just catching up to what he was saying now. And the album imagery, this is what they're trying to discover now. Like, how can they go to other dimensions? And Bambaataa was telling me, we already did that. We're just trying to remember. And that's what hip-hop does.
Boom. Nas. This was a classic album cover. He was telling you, I am all that I used to be. We simply forgot who we was, or who we are. And these album covers are just sigils and archetypes to remind us along the way so we can begin to intertwine that DNA back to who we was, who we are, and who we always will be. Hip-hop was that force, that music. And remember, when this was jumping off, this is a part of the time when they was COINTELPRO or the hip-hop police and all them began to get back in to break this up, because they began to figure out that we were conveying messages even on a subconscious level to each other. Because remember, the conscious mind is the weakest mind. It's your subconscious, superconscious mind that they really after. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is really all about. So a lot of times they're conveying messages to each other. That's what Masonry is all about. It's not about the reed and all that old shit. It's about signs, symbols, and archetypes. Speaking in languages that don't require language or verbal language. So once you begin to figure out, Masons are having major conversations with each other on television. The way they move their hands, the way they lean, and they're telling those who are in the higher order, I'm just here bullshitting these TV people. Watch my hands. You know where I stand. All of that's critical. So we kind of forgot who we were, and a lot of times we're waiting for the great ones to come back, but we the great ones. We here already. Boom. Look at that. That's Akhenaten and my boy RZA. That shit is crazy.
That's in our genetic bloodline. In our genetic bloodline, let us know who we were. Scientists try to say that Akhenaten had elephantiasis, some craziness that made his lips bubble all big. But if you look, it's us. They didn't do anything to deface you and let you know it wasn't you that blow the nose off. But if you look, the RZA, grandmaster producer, he's of the same lineage, and that's why he is so masterful. And you can't take nothing away. The same cheekbone structure, that's him.
And we all know somebody who look like Akhenaten. And I got cousins with heads big as this. Like, damn, what nigga where you get this hat from? You know what I mean? Because it is who we are. Look at Jordan. Look at homie here. If I put this garb on Jordan, okay, come on. And Jordan can fly. He's telling you, this is who I am.
And keep Jordan in mind, because we're going to talk about him a little bit later. He's giving you an offering. That sneaker is an offering. We're going to break down the whole science of Jordan, his shoes, and what it really means. Because Jordan, that is the blood lineage. And the cracker knows who Jordan is. He knows that Michael Jordan's DNA is a pristine element that he has to house and keep us from knowing who Michael Jordan actually is. And that's Jordan's lineage. That's why he can fly. He's of royalty.
Exactly. All right? Look at the Queen Latifah.
Got to give it up to the sister.
When she used to wear the crown, you know what I'm saying? That was an archetype symbol telling us, oh wow, our sisters did wear crowns. Her name is Dana Owens now. You know, they knocked the crown off Queen Latifah's head a long time ago. All right? They bended that with putting her in these movies that have nothing to do with royalty whatsoever.
Making her take that crown off and wear that blonde wig and all that crazy.
Yes, that is a ritual in Hollywood. Turn your hair from black to blonde. And you know, your hair represents your crown. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It represents so much of spiraling energies, how we receive messages from beyond with our hair, our crowns. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. Because your crown will represent your state of consciousness at any given time. So they systematically tore this sister down. But she allowed it to happen. Because if you want to play in Hollywood, if you want to play, there's just a certain protocol that goes along with that play.
You got to conform.
And they're doing rituals with everything they do. By the time we finish here tonight, we're going to show and prove that. You know what I'm saying? So while we in this realm, they're in other realms playing checkers and chess pieces with movies and movie characters that trickle down from the astral plane into a third dimension. Because we accept it through our psyche. And once we accept it, ball game. Because all they really want to do is get into our heads and make us think it's our own thoughts. We agree on everything we see, and everything that is going on is a collective agreement from us. We just don't know. All right? And they're using us as talisman. We're going to get into that too. Look at that. Look at that pose by Mary J. Blige. And Sphinx, which we know is female.
All of the phenotypes are intact, then you know we're still the same people doing the same magic. And these album covers are delivering a message, let us know, let's get back. Let's get back into our science, because 2012 is arriving. It's time to get out of here. It's time to do other things. And they're trying to have us not actually look at the image and perceive it. But I know that a brother like me, I came back, and I'm here to perfect the science and put a reality to these images. That's why we're putting them in a certain order for you now to see, look at your music. The music is an unlock. The music is the key. The music is the unk. And if you put the key in proper place, you can unlock all of the suppressed dormant energy inside of you. We're sleeping giants. And all of this will wake you up just by remembering who you were, looking back in time.
Now, she may have not known that she took that photo in that position, or may not have known what it meant. But they know what it means. And they are using it to convey other messages. If I just saw that picture, because I knew what it was the minute I saw it, because I recognized the Sphinx at that angle. You see what I'm saying? But not saying she did, because all of them videos, a lot of times, someone else is producing those videos, or coming up with the treatment for the video. You know what I'm saying? And they know what time it is, and we know we just show up, play our part. You know what I'm saying? Very few, some of us do know. Hit the next slide.
In other words, they acknowledge who we are more than we do. They'll even put us in position, and the white man is very arrogant. He'll put it out there just to see if we recognize it. But we are recognizing now. The few of us who are in here are waking up.
Look at that.
Look at that.
You see what I'm saying? You can't tell me he's not from the old Mac family. I told him that recently. I'm like, dude, your head is like big. You know, no disrespect. You know, this shit is like giants.
That's why we built those colossal heads, so we can remember it, and now you can't say nothing.
And look at his nose. The more oxygen to the brain, the more you can achieve and assess. We know oxygen is everything. Say it again. KRS-One. KRS-One, Blastmaster, KRS, the teacher. You know what I mean? So he said himself, he's not sure if he's from the Olmec family. You know what I'm saying? But we waiting for somebody to come back, and they hear. It is you, it is I, it is us. We here. Let's stop playing.
And it's crazy because the white man says the reason why the Olmec heads look like that is they say we didn't have enough defined tools to actually, you know, make the noses look a little bit finer. But you can't say that's not KRS. The white man will say anything to take away your